What's up, everyone? It's Zoro Hype here. I'm happy to be with you on this beautiful and lovely sunny Sunday. I hope you're all having an amazing day wherever you are in the world. And today we're gonna have a fun live stream. We're gonna talk about Con of Thrones. We're gonna talk about Game of Thrones season 8. And yeah, we're just gonna get the live chat going. We're gonna hang out and have a blast here on Sunday. We'll see what kind of crowd we get. I'm not rocking the hat today. A few of you said you want to see the hair out. I've been growing out the hair. I got the beard. Here I am, no hat today with my crazy long, flowy, curly hair now. Let's see who's in the chat. What's up, Preston? What's going on? We got Forrest. We got Mama Ogre. We got Bratislava. I hope I said that okay. Tam Hutchins, Jordy Jedi, Nancy T, Lady Shar. Who else do we got joining in the live chat here? Michael Palmer, Eduardo Blanco. Sup, Tormund? Yeah, I do got my Tormund hair going on right now. It's all flowing for sure. And yeah, I'm gonna get it trimmed at some point next week though. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the length. I know some people like it, some people don't, but I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with it. I do want to trim this a little bit though. I know everybody told me that they don't want me to do it, but I think I need a trim for this. This is like untamed right now. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of out of control right now. Hey, Blanca, what's going on? Bubba Husky, Smokahontas, Lala. Yeah, Con of Thrones is coming really soon, everyone. 23 days until I am personally in Dallas. Really excited, getting super excited for the con. Of course, really excited, obviously, to see a bunch of you that are going. Gemma's coming, Georgia's coming, a bunch of other amazing content creators. Excited to rock our panels as well. That's something that I really wanted to do while I'm down in Dallas, and of course eat some good food. I've been dieting like crazy, so I'm gonna splurge a little bit as well when I'm down there. Have some good food and do that and have a little fun and have like a little. It's work, but it's also vacation at the same time, which is like how rare do you get to say that? You know what I mean? So that's something that I'm super happy about. You know what I mean? Storm's End, what's going on? But where do we want to start today, everyone? Do we want to start with the Game of Thrones season 8 Q&A? Do we want to start with that? Do we want to start off with Con of Thrones to get really hyped for that? We can do whatever. Where you can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. We can do whatever we like, really. So Amy True's in the chat. Let's have a vote. Let's let's talk about Con of Thrones. We can talk about Con of Thrones first. We could start off with that, or we can go with Game of Thrones season 8. I know we've all talked about Game of Thrones season 8. We will continue to talk about Game of Thrones season 8, but I thought it would be in preparation for the con, we could talk about that. So we got con. We got mostly votes for con right now. That's pretty hype. Me and Gemma, by the way, are going to be doing a Marvel Avengers Infinity War podcast in the next couple of days. I think we're going to be doing it on Tuesday. Hey, hype and love right now, the con? Okay. No Avengers spoilers. There will be no Avengers spoilers. Don't worry, we don't do that. But we will, in our podcast, I believe on Tuesday on Gemma's channel, we'll be doing full spoilers. Marvel Avengers Infinity War, talking about our favorite moments and what I think is the best Marvel movie I've seen anyways. That's just my personal opinion. It was really good. So we're going to start off with Con of Thrones then. It looks like we're coming to a consensus, and we'll do that. So do we want to start off with panels? Do we want to talk a little bit about the stuff we're going to be doing, maybe interviews? Do we want to talk about some of the extracurricular stuff? What do we want to talk about, people? We can talk about our panels. We can go preview all of our panels if you want. Oh, yeah, man. Preston, I'm telling you, man. That movie was it was gasoline. Panels? Yeah, we can do panels. How about that? Hey, Prince, that wasn't promised. What's going on? By the way, everyone, we are talking on Patreon and privately, and we've decided on a name for patrons of the channel. So people who decide to sign up on Patreon and support the channel and the live chat. We've decided on the name. So everyone together is the Legion of Hype. So live chat, subscribers, people that like the video, anybody that is part of the Azor High family is the Legion of Hype. Then we got the Hype Bringers in the chat. Okay, the Hype Bringers and the Patron Knights. So those are going to be the terms that we're going to be using from now on. If there's new people we got to welcome to the channel, they're going to become part of the Hype Bringers. Of course, if you join on Patreon, you're part of the Patron Knights. You protect and serve the Azor Hype family. We protect our realm. And then obviously we're all part of the Legion of Hype. We get hype for things. So I hope everybody is happy with that. That's kind of the consensus we came to on Patreon. We were all talking the other day, and that's kind of what people really loved HYPEBRINGERS. So, well, we're gonna talk about Con of Thrones panels. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go check out the schedule, and we can go check out the schedule, not just my panels, but all the panels that are gonna be featured at Con of Thrones. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over that and talk about some of the footage I'm gonna be able to get, and what panels I will be on and Gemma will be on. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over Con of Thrones, and we're going to talk about that. But welcome all HYPEBRINGERS. Yeah. Also, one thing that we do have to note is that we are having a super chat problem. I'm just letting you guys know. Announcement. I'm missing about $500. The last 4 live streams that I have, they're not included in so far in my next paycheck, what it looks like in my earnings. So I don't know. They're trying to resolve that. I hope they get it solved before May 11th. I don't know if they're going to get it resolved. I'm a little bit nervous because that's May 11th is the last cutoff point before May 21st for when I get paid, right before Con of Thrones. So some people have been asking, should you donate in the super chat? I'm not sure. I hope they'll get it fixed, but you know, we always have the links to the GoFundMe and Patreon in the chat if you guys still want to donate and you guys are a little bit nervous about the super chat, because it has happened to other content creators. I just want to be honest with you guys, just in case you guys were a little bit nervous about that. Okay. So yeah, there is some money missing, guys. I've talked about it with a few people, but I'm missing around $500, unfortunately. They're trying to figure it out. But just so you guys know, if you do want to make a donation, they are trying to fix it. But if you do want to donate another way, I put a bunch of options, Patreon, GoFundMe, and PayPal in the description of this video, just in case you guys do want to help out. Okay, now let's actually get to Con of Thrones 2018. Let's get to the schedule. And let's do that. Let's screen cap with you guys here. Let's go to screen share application window. And this is the Con of Thrones 2018 schedule, everyone, okay? And I'm going to try to keep up with live chat, trying to go back and forth back with you guys. No, I'm actually going to pop up this chat right now so I can see at the same time. Okay, so Con of Thrones 2018 schedule. We have the opening ceremonies, and that happened last year at 10 a.m. too, which is pretty interesting. It starts on Friday, May 25th. And the opening ceremonies start at 10 a.m. And they're going to be in the Landmark Ballroom. This is the biggest ballroom. They're going to have the bigger panels at Con of Thrones there, and that's where you can go check out Watchers on the Wall stuff. The Watchers on the Wall podcast will be there. Any of the Actors in Focus stuff will be there as well. So if you want to go check out like Serial Pharrell, for example, for example, Kate Dickie, you can see her here at 11 a.m. Kate Dickie will be on the main stage, and she'll be talking with, we're gonna click on this. I'll show you who's on the panel here, and this is kind of cool because the schedule is really organized, and you can kind of see who's on the panel, and you can make comments and stuff like that. We're just gonna wait for this to load, but yeah, there's all sorts. And last year at the Opryland in Nashville, it was really, really hard to get around. It was just a lot of walking. So here it is. And Spotlight Kate Dickie, she's going to be on at 11 a.m. to 11:50 p.m. And Dave Gonzalez from A Storm of Spoilers podcast and Neil Miller will be hosting Kate Dickie. And our Spotlight session lets you hear the unique perspectives and behind the scenes stories from the Game of Thrones casting and crew. By the way, everyone, we will be interviewing Kate Dickie at Con of Thrones. So that's really interesting. We are supposed to get our passes to be able to interview Kate. So that's something that we're going to be able to check out and that we're really excited about as well. Okay, let's go to some more panels. Let's go check out some more. Let's close this one. So Kate Dickey is going to have a spotlight. The influence of Shakespeare. This is going to be pretty interesting. I'm a pretty big fan of Shakespeare. This one is going to have Shakespeare of Thrones. I didn't know who this guy is, but Shakespeare has wielded great influence on many works of contemporary literature and storytelling, which echoes of the bard of what we see in the Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones. So this person is going to speculate and do kind of like a comparative analysis of Shakespeare in A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones. So that's going to be really interesting. Shakespeare of Thrones. I've never personally checked this creator out before, but that's the beauty of Con of Thrones. You get to meet new people and check out new creators. So that's going to be pretty sweet. Then You Win or You Die, The Flush of Power. We'll check out this one. I'm just trying to check out the chat at the same time with you guys here. And thanks, everyone, for joining. We are doing a Con of Thrones preview right now. We will talk about Game of Thrones Season 8 after. The Royal Flush of Power. And this one is going to be Priscilla Walton. Within the pages of the Song of Ice and Fire, George R. R. Martin has taken an unusual step of constructing and exploring various political systems. So they're going to be talking about, the democracy of Game of Thrones in the Song of Ice and Fire, and she's going to talk about like governance and politics and hierarchies and monarchies and stuff like that. So that's going to be really interesting. Priscilla will be doing the reading just by herself. That's going to be pretty sweet. So that's one of the first ones. The Queendom of Thrones. Okay, this one's going to be pretty sweet. Let's check this out. Like I said, we're gonna try to go through as many as possible. We don't have to preview every single one, but yeah. All right. So Queendom of Thrones. This one is with Kim Renfro. She writes articles for Insider. She's a reporter. She's great. I got to meet her last year. She's really nice. Christine Kippens, Lauren Sarner. She's a reporter, a TV reporter for the New York Post. That's cool. And then we have Daphne Olive, a Common Room Radio. She's a podcast producer. So the depiction of women on Game of Thrones frequently inspires debate, yet women dominate the story and are the show's biggest fans. Here, the panelists will discuss the complexity and challenges of loving Game of Thrones: A Song of Ice and Fire as a woman in the fandom. So that's going to be really interesting. From the perspective of women, obviously we see a male-dominated society within the Song of Ice and Fire and a Game of Thrones, and from the perspective of women, we will see kind of collaboration between these four women talk about how they view Game of Thrones and the Song of Ice and Fire. So that would be pretty sweet. And then, this one, I know who's going to be on this one. This is Lucifer Mean Lightbringers and Crowfoot's Daughters. This is their panel. One second. And this is going to be the nature cycle of mythology of A Song of Ice and Fire. So this one's going to be Ideas of Ice and Fire. It's going to be led by Lucifer Means Lightbringer, who's a really, really awesome content creator. He's been here on the channel last week, actually. And Crowfoot's Daughter, who donated to the GoFundMe. Thank you so much. From Whites, Others, and Children of the Forest, The Long Night of Self, Nature Cycle, and Green Man Mythology defines A Song of Ice and Fire. So basically, they're going to talk about how important the Children of the Forest are, and the bigger overarching ideologies of the Song of Ice and Fire. What's going to be happening there? So kind of trying to predict what's going on, with the Children of the Forest and the Long Night, the cycles, the Red Comet, all that sort of stuff. So that's going to be a sweet panel. I'm probably going to try to check that one out if I have time. We will be setting up our booth there. So I don't know if we'll have to check it out. I'm not going to click on every single one here, but we're going to scroll through and try to check out some others. Paula Fairfield, she's the sound designer for Game of Thrones. She's great. We actually have an interview with her as well. Last year we got to interview her, and she gave us a great description about the sounds the White Walker and the Night Kings make, and the Night King makes, and the dragons, how she came up with the sound with the dragons. So Paula Fairfield will be in the Landmark Ballroom as well. We also see The Fire from the Ice, how Grateful Dead's music influenced the Song of Ice and Fire. We all know George R. R. Martin has many, many influences, that he's taken from, obviously human history, Roman myth and history. We have, Celtic mythology, obviously the War of the Roses, Star Wars, comics as well. So this one's going to be interesting. Music, how music has impacted Game of Thrones and the Song of Ice and Fire. The Great Debates. This one's going to be a debate. Let's check this one out. Who's going to be debating who the best Stark is? Obviously, that's a contention point. Is Talamasca Dan in the chat? I know Sansa's his favorite Stark. So I'll vote on that in the chat right now. Talamaska Dan, is Sansa your favorite Stark? The Great Debate's the best Stark. So Dave Gonzalez, A Storm of Spoilers. A Storm of Spoilers, Joanna Robinson. So A Storm of Spoilers is going to have like a live podcast, basically, and they're going to discuss who the best Stark is. Did I trigger Dan in the chat already? Yeah, I actually got something in the oven right now. I got some cherry tomatoes, some sun-dried tomatoes, some red onions. I got some red wine vinegar and some olive oil and salt and pepper on chicken that's cooking in the oven. It smells really good in here. Then we got the Mysteries of Melisandre. That's going to be about Melisandre the Great. Then we got Ink of Thrones, Tattoos of Ice and Fire. That's going to be pretty sweet. That's going to be meetup. Are people just going to show off their tattoos? I don't know what this is all about. I haven't checked this one out yet. Like, I haven't checked out the whole schedule, guys and gals. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty sweet, though. Oh, error. So I don't know what's happening with this. This one doesn't have a link. And maybe that one was deleted. Then we have a spotlight at Sibel Kikili, who played Shay. We're gonna interview with her as well. We're really excited about that. Game of Threads. I think they're talking about all the costumes. Finish the books, George. I think that's pretty straightforward. The Sounds of Westeros. Okay, that's interesting. Stannis by Your Man. I think that one's gonna be talking about Stannis. Then we have The Sounds of Westeros. A great deal can be learned from studying the music of Westeros, from the lyrics of George R.R. Martin and the iconic sounds of Ramin Djawadi. So Aziz from History of Westeros, Petra from Watchers on the Wall, David Rosenblatt, and Andy Keith, Guitar Cast, Andy Keith, producer and host. So they're going to talk about how Ramin Djawadi has a big impact and how George R.R. Martin, A Song of Ice and Fire, why it's so important, the sounds, the music, all of that, how it impacts The Song of Ice and Fire in a Game of Thrones. All right. And then at 2 p.m., we actually got one of our panels. My first panel with Lucifer Means Lightbringer and Gemma. We got Discovering the Warrior of Light. And you can see me here, Azor Hype and Gemma. And Lucifer Means Lightbringer. He's the host on this one. Fans love to speculate on the identity of Azor Ahai, the warrior who will save the world from darkness. Join us for a round of speculation on the candidates, from the obvious to the most surprising. So this one's going to be really fun. This one's at the ESOS room in Cumberland Hall from 2 to 2:50. It's going to be about 50 minutes. We're going to talk about who the best candidates for Azor Ahai are. I personally think that Jon Snow, Daenerys, and Jaime Lannister are the best ones. But I think I have some pretty interesting things to say about Azor Ahai. Like everybody having their own Azor Ahai like moment. So that's definitely a thing that we can be discussing. The thing is we actually kind of did a mock panel the other day, and it goes by really fast. So we're gonna have to figure out how to fit in as much information as possible. But yeah, it's going to be really, really tough to fit everything into 50 minutes. But this one's going to be pretty sweet. And this one is on, we are at 2 p.m. on Friday. So this will be our very first panel. We only got one panel on Friday. But we will be competing with the Storm of Spoilers live podcast of the Danes of Starfall and Daenerys and Jon, Ice and Fire United, which I'm sure are all great as well. So that's the great thing about Con Thrones. You don't have to come check out the Azor Ahai panel. There's other panels going on at the same time as us as well. So our first panel will be Discovering the Warrior of Light. And like I said, I got some really interesting points about Jaime Lannister. I don't want to give away too much about you guys. I'm going to be talking about Jaime Lannister and some of the Azor Ahai moments. I think multiple people will have Azor Ahai-like moments. All right, so we're going to smash that one there and go down a little bit more. 3 p.m., we have The Queering of Westeros. I don't know what – I'm going to click on this one because I don't know what's going on there. The Wars to Come, Season 8 Predictions and Speculation, a podcast meet and greet. That one's looks pretty cool. We're back for round 2 in 2018. Let's unpack the presence of the importance of the LGBTQ characters in Westeros and beyond in Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones. So we're going to talk about, characters that are gay or bisexual or have different sexual orientations or all of that. And we know we've got to explore some of that within the TV show and, of course, in the books. So yeah, they're going to be having a little debate on that. So that's going to be pretty sweet. Let's see what else we have here. Just checking the chat. And nice to see you, John St. Baptiste, Storm's End, Tina, Sarah, and the rest of you that are joining in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to try to check back on chat as much as I can while we're doing this Con of Thrones 2018 preview. The Light of the Seven. What's this one here? I don't know what this one's all about. Podcast meet and greet. Let's check this one out too. Yeah. The Light of the Seven, Genevieve Burgess. Pajiba.com features can be as we get closer. We're seeing more of supernatural events, but so far none have been connected to the seven. So she's going to talk about the seven, the seven gods of the seven, and bring your favorite theories and be ready to make your case. So, well, that's sweet. So people are going to be able to ask, comment, and if you go to this panel, you're going to be able to. She's going to be, with the crowd. People will be able to contribute. So that's going to be a pretty cool format. A little bit different. There's definitely a bunch of different formats that are going to be at Con of Thrones. The podcast meet and greet, that's pretty sweet. So they have, Aziz, Shea, Storm of Spoilers, all of that. That's going to be pretty sweet. So a meet and greet for all the best Song of Ice and Fire podcasts out there. We're going to scroll down here. The Ringer Binge Mode is a podcast. They're going to be doing a live one. The parallels between Westeros religions and real world faiths. That's going to be pretty sweet. George has definitely pulled a lot of influence from Zoroastrianism and Christianity and all that. So that one we'll be talking about that. Comedy and Carnage. I don't know what this one's about. Then we have a panel on Theon, Greyjoy Stark, Prince Reek, and then one on House Lannister, The Pride of Casterly Rock. Ooh, Comedy and Carnage. For a fantasy series packed with tragedy, Game of Thrones is brimming with humor. Talk about Game of Thrones' most comedic elements. That's pretty sweet. So Oz of Thrones from Watchers on the Wall. Steve Love, who's a comedian. We got to meet him last year. He's really, really funny. So that'll be pretty sweet. And yeah. So that's going to be one more about the comedy within Song of Ice and Fire and a Game of Thrones. That would be pretty sweet. Jim Jones, Samantha Wallace, Aaron Hubbard, Jim Jones, Steve Love, and Oz will be on that one. Oz is a super nice guy, by the way. I'm really excited to see him again. Cooking with Ice and Fire, they're going to be talking about food, and every time I read the books again, I always get hungry. Especially when they're at Illyrio's manse, when he's describing, we get the description of all of the food. I love that. All that is gold does not glitter. The connections between Lord of the Rings and Song of Ice and Fire. Ooh, I like this one. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. So this one will be Patrick Sponagle, Brad Osrotas, Joe Magician, Daniel Udall, and Joanna Lannister. They're going to talk about Tolkien and Martin and Lord of the Rings and Song of Ice and Fire. So that's going to be sweet. That'll be a really sweet panel to check out, everyone. The Great Debates, the most consequential death. That'll be interesting. House Stark winning the battle and losing the war. Politics, religion, and wars. And then that's at 5 p.m. So you're starting to get later in the day at this point. 6 p.m. Quiz of Thrones, and then Friday night programming. Let's check out what's going on for Friday night. I don't know what's going on there. They haven't announced any of the Friday night programming stuff yet. So I'm assuming there will be some interesting stuff. There's concerts and stuff last year for the programming for this stuff, and there's a pub crawl. There was also like a ball where everybody got together and you can like drink near the main stage, and everybody got together and you could buy drinks and hang out with people and smoke outside or do whatever you wanted. We're moving on to Saturday. So this is going to be pretty sweet. 10 a.m. on Saturday, Shame and Exploration of Sexual Violence in Song of Ice and Fire. That's going to be interesting. A Game of Thrones cosplay on a budget. So we'll check out this. There's a lot of cosplay at Con of Thrones, everyone. That's something that is super prevalent if you go to these things. Hey, what's going on, Ray? Nice to see you. Me at Ice and Fire as well. Nice to see you. This one is going to be going on Saturday at 10 a.m. in the morning at Con of Thrones and the Cumberland Hall. And Yasu Tano, Amber Elliott, Amy Stone, and Con Snow. Con Snow, by the way, is if you've ever seen my past vlog for Con of Thrones, he's the guy that looks exactly like Jon Snow. His name is Zach. It says, cosplay your favorite character without breaking the Iron Bank. Our experienced panelists discuss a variety of topics, including cheap alternatives to expensive materials such as warble and leather. And basically how to, if you want to go to events like this, how to cosplay as characters. So that'll be pretty sweet. And then we have After the Wall, which is going to talk about, what's going to be going on, I'm guessing, after the destruction of the wall. So there's Patrick Small, Phil the Issues Guy, Chris, Val, and Tony. There's going to be a nice panel there with a bunch of YouTubers and great content creators. Then we got the Great Debates. Who should win the Iron Throne? That'll be a good one. And what makes our Martin great, George great? Let's check out this one. Oh, this is Gem. Okay, this is Gemma's other panel with Lucifer Means Lightbringer and Joe Magician. So this is one of Gemma's other panels, everyone. Here we'll be analyzing what makes George great, writing so special, so wonderfully readable, layered, and appealing to the broad audience. So they're going to be celebrating George instead of getting mad at him when people seems to be doing right now. You know, obviously with the announcement that Winds of Winter won't be coming out this year, but we are getting Fire and Blood Part 1. Then we have Spotlight, Miltos Yerlemu, who plays Sirio, settling the Baratheon succession. We're going to talk about that. That's pretty interesting, talking about what's going to be going on with the Baratheons. Littlefinger, a discussion on Littlefinger morality beyond the wall, talking about the wildlings in Song of Ice and Sorting. I don't know what this is. Let's check this out. Sorting Hat comes to Westeros. Sort the major players of Game of Thrones in the houses of Hogwarts. Oh, cool! So they're gonna be like talking about other houses like Tyrell, Stark, and stuff like that, and they're gonna be comparing them to other fandoms and try to like if you're a Hufflepuff or a Gryffindor, all of that. So that's gonna be a pretty sweet panel. Petra Sue from Watchers on the Wall, Lindsay Romaine, Melissa Anelli, who's part of Mischief Management, and Brad. Okay, that's pretty sweet. What do you guys think about that? Like, now there is super chats, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna stop you guys right there for a second. You guys can still donate on super chat, right? So you guys still can donate on super chat. It's just it's not going into my earnings right now. Raise the Alba's in the chat, and he can kind of explain it for you guys a little bit too, because it's happening to him. But when I got an analytics program that tells me how much I earn each day, right? And basically what happens is I get a kind of estimate over, you know, I can kind of calculate over, you know, if I'm making progress on my videos or not, like what I need to be doing to improve my channel. So right now I'm missing about $500. So the past 4 live streams that I've done, you guys have made donations, and it's not calculating in my earnings. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting that on my next paycheck or not. They said they're going to try to fix it by then, but I don't know what's happening. So the cutoff point for me to earn money before Con of Thrones is on YouTube May 11th. So yeah, I don't know if they'll have it solved by then, but people can still donate. People can still donate. If you look in the description of this video, you can still donate from PayPal. I put a PayPal link. GoFundMe. People donate to GoFundMe, and you can be on Patreon. I have no idea, Talamasca Dan. They didn't really tell me anything. I don't really want to focus the whole discussion on this, obviously, because it's not all about money or anything like that. But can you do anything about the money you donate? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. They haven't given me an answer at all. They said they're just working on it. So, but you guys can still donate. I just don't know what's happening with it. So, yeah. Anyways, hopefully they will straighten it out, everyone. So everyone knows that's what's happening. So this one, they're going to be talking about like Hogwarts and houses of Hogwarts. So Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, and stuff like that. Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. They're going to be talking of Starks, or if the Hound is a Hufflepuff, stuff like that. 12 p.m. Spotlight Joe Dempsey. That's pretty straightforward. Gendry Baratheon will be at Con of Thrones. Beauty, Beasts, and Maiden Fair. They're going to be talking about who's gorgeous, who's a beast, and who's a maiden. Maesters and Mortarboard's connections between education in Westeros and the real world history. That's going to be pretty sweet. Let's check out who's on that one. That one seems like it's going to be pretty interesting. Gordon Wilson Maples. Okay, so they're going to talking about the Order of Maesters and scientific research and medical researchers and education, stuff like that. That's going to be pretty sweet. Sword and Sorcery, the world of Robert E. Howard and George R. R. Martin. Okay. How Game of Thrones changed the world of television. That's pretty straightforward. 1 p.m. we have Spotlight Esme Bianco, who played Ross. So that'll be interesting. Fan favorites. Let's check out this. Fan favorites. Okay. They steal our hearts in just a few minutes. How do fan favorites do? This panel celebrates the characters. Okay, so fan favorite characters like Podrick and stuff like that. Phil the Issues Guy, David, Rosenblatt, Jocelyn W., Bex, and Oz. Very, very interesting. So that's going to be a cool panel. Phil the Issues Guy and Oz and David and Bex. Fan business. There's the YouTube meet and greet, guys, which is going on at 2 p.m. on Saturday. I'm supposed to go. I don't know when I have my interviews with Kate Dickey and Gendry or Lysa Tully, Gendry, and all of that. So I don't really know if I'll be able to attend this with the schedule yet. So we'll see if I'm able to attend the YouTube meet and greet. If I'm not, I will still do like another separate meet and greet with me and Gemma and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to attend this one, depending, because Saturday is usually when I get the interviews, like to talk to Joe Dempsey, Kate Dickey, Sirio Farrell, all those people, and that's really high on my list. So we'll see what happens with this one. I don't know if I'll be able to attend this one. I got added to this one. I didn't know about it, but I'm going to try my best to attend that one, everyone. Then we got the fan business. Don't know what this is about. Direwolves in the North. I'm talking about the Direwolves and the Great Debase, the worst place to live in Westeros. This panel discusses ins and outs in fandom, the talent from around Game of Thrones fandom, taking you behind the scenes. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So Watchers on the Wall. There's the Watchers on the Wall on podcasts. Then we have James Cosmo, who is Lord Commander J.R. Mormont, which is going to be sweet. He's going to be on the main stage. The 5-year gap, discussing what would have happened in the 5-year gap in Game of Thrones. Dawn of the Dead. They're going to talk about Jon Snow, Resurrection, ramifications of Resurrection. And then there's the Deadpool. I'm not sure what this is about. We'll check that out too, though. We got talking about who will be left standing at the end of Game of Thrones. So that's going to be pretty sweet. That'll be a fun panel. Spotlight. This is one of our panels at 4 p.m. on Saturday. We have the best duos in Game of Thrones. This is one of our panels on Saturday. It's at 4 p.m. And this one is going to be with Phil the Issues Guy, Gemma from Secrets of the Citadel, George. You guys all know George and me. Despite all the treachery and murder in the series, Game of Thrones also contains many of examples of love and friendship. To celebrate these amazing relationships, duos, and bromances, we will be ranking our favorite pairs to make us laugh, love, and cry. So we're going to talk about like the adventures of Sandor and Arya, and Bronn and Tyrion, and unlikely pairs like Gilly and Sam, stuff like that. So this is going to be one of our panels on 4 p.m. on Saturday. We're super excited about this one, everyone. But yeah, we're each gonna have our own favorites, right? So that's the cool thing about having 4 people on a panel. We can kind of all discuss what we really, really like. This is one of our panels. This is our panel on Saturday, everyone. It's going to be on 4 p.m. to 4:50 p.m. and it's in the South of Roast room. And we got a comment. Oh, Nide DB, looking forward to seeing Kyle and Gemma. Thanks, Nide. So we're really excited to do this one. And at the same time, there's going to be a spotlight with young Hodor and Amy Richardson. If you're interested to see that, they're going to be on the main stage. Gender Rogues, talking about, I'm not sure what that is, Daenerys. They're going to be talking about Daenerys in this one. Throughout the series, we meet characters who buck the gender roles, exist in between and surpass all expectations. So people like Arya, who's a tomboy, and other characters that they're going to kind of talk about that. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to grab a glass of water. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everyone. I was getting thirsty. So that's another one that's going to be going at the same time as us. There's a Daenerys one as well. And fantasy-inspired cosplay and Renaissance costuming. Wow, I can't speak, everyone. So yeah. Best duos, Gemma and Kyle. I appreciate that, Moonlit Maiden. I really, really appreciate that. Kindness. 5 o'clock memes of Ice and Fire. Oh, this sounds fun. Kim Renfro, Manu, and Jordan. While theories, crackpots, and analyses get the bulk of the focus, let's take a look at memes. Oh, sweet. So there's going to be a panel of memes. That'll be going on at 5 p.m. Love Westerosi Style 2, Destiny and Happenstance, talking about Destiny. Great debates. The most mistreated character. Oh, that's interesting. You spell or you die. Oh, there's going to be a spelling bee. That's really sweet. At 6 p.m., there's going to be a spelling bee. So that's pretty sweet. We'll check this out. I won't be participating in this. It will be these ladies from Fire and Lunch. Okay. Do you have what it takes to spell the hardest words in Westeros? Oh, that's going to be super cool. A spelling bee at Con of Thrones. That's dope. There we go for that. And then Saturday night programming. I think this is when the ball is going to be, like when they're going to have that giant party when we go out for drinks and stuff like that. So they had like bartenders and beers, and you can go order glasses of wines and get drinks and stuff like that. So I'll be filming. Remember, people, I'm going to be filming most of Con of Thrones, or at least getting as much as I can of Con of Thrones. So don't worry if you think we're only going to get panels and stuff like that. I'm gonna get videos of us partying and stuff like that. So we're gonna make sure we get some footage of that too. So I don't know what's going on for Saturday night programming. They haven't announced any of the programming yet. They're probably still deciding on what they want to do. But main stage, Landmark Ballroom. There's going to be a concerts and stuff like that. And then Sunday, the last day, we actually got one of the panels in the morning, everyone. We got a 10 a.m. panel, Ragnarok in Westeros. This is going to be a fun one. It's me, Gemma, and George. What is Ragnarok? It's literally the Song of Ice and Fire. The key to understanding Game of Thrones is what I believe. The Song of Ice and Fire is hidden deep within the rich Norse mythology. Ragnarok is happening in Westeros right now as the forces of ice and fire battle in the worlds of gods and men. The long night is here. So J.R. Rowley made a comment. Sweet. Yeah, this one is going to be a really fun panel. You guys know I've been pushing the Ragnarok stuff and the Norse mythology stuff. So this is going to be one of our panels. This is going to be at 10 a.m. on Sunday for you early risers. Then there's a Watchers on the Wall live podcast happening in the main ballroom at the same time. Cut but not forgotten. So some of the characters that are cut from the show. And then the great debates, the best lover in Game of Thrones. So that'll be pretty interesting. At 11 a.m., there's Hannah Murray, who plays Gilly in Game of Thrones. She'll have her own panel on the main stage. The great debates, who wrote the Pink Letter. So they're going to debate who wrote the Pink Letter. Blackfire, 5 Generations of Strife. Let's check this out. I think this is Aziz in this one. Yeah, it's Aziz, Samantha Wallace, Ian Thomas Malone, and Jim McGeehan. They had a great Dunk and Egg panel last year, which I absolutely loved. So this one is going to be really fun at 11 a.m. And then Tywin Lannister's Power. Ooh, I love Tywin. Oz of Thrones, Dust on the Throne. Okay, one of Dust on the Throne's panels. Very, very cool. Valerie Valono and Joey. And they're all going to be talking about Casterly Rock and discussing Tywin Lannister. That's going to be a cool one. Okay, let's scroll down. The Ball Move podcast. Some of you guys like Ron Hubbard. He's going to be on the main stage. The spin-off panel. We're going to be talking about all the spin-offs. Chivalry in the Age of Thrones. Let's check out this one. So Patrick Sponaville, Val, Jim McGeehan, and Joanna. Knightly Code of Medieval History finds its way to Westeros, but is chivalry a sensible way of life and grace? So they're going to be talking about chivalry within the Song of Ice and Fire and a Game of Thrones. Ooh, dragons. Dragon. Ooh, Ouroboros. You guys know I love this. Kim Renfro, Michael, Michelle, and Jessica. They're going to talk about Ouroboros, symbolism, speculate on the future of the books, Game of Thrones. So talking about Winds of Winter. So that's going to be interesting. Fan theories that need to die. So worst fan theories. The Dead Ladies Club. That's going to be an interesting one. The Giants, the Children, and Beyond. They're going to be talking about Giants and the Children of the Forest and what's beyond the wall. Wargs and Skin Changers. That'll be a sweet one. Let's check out this one. Joe Magician and Vanessa Cole from Watchers on the Wall. Very, very cool. And then we'll have Redemption and the Anti-Heroes of a Game of Thrones. So we'll be talking about people like Sandor and stuff like that. Jaime Lannister and the Hound. We got Luca from Watchers on the Wall, Christine, Lauren Sarner, and Kim. That's going to be sweet. YouTube Live, there's going to be something going on with YouTube. I haven't checked this one out yet. So, Fill the Issues guys, Sir Hunts, Tony, Teflon, Chris, and Val, gathering our favorite YouTubers together for a fun Anything Goes session. So there's going to be a live Anything Goes between these YouTubers. The Kingsmoot, there's going to be a panel on that. The Fandom Remembers Nostalgia. That's going to be a nostalgic panel. The Kingdom of Westeros and Other Countries. So comparing it to England and the Dothraki to Genghis Khan and stuff like that. That'll be a pretty sweet one. Here's our last panel at Con of Thrones, everyone. We got Jon Snow and the Hero's Monument, the 12 Steps of the Hero's Journey. The hero's journey is a common trope in a broad category of tales that involve a hero who goes on an adventure, wins a victory through decisive crisis, and comes home, changed or transformed. The character of Jon Snow fits this archetype archetype of the classic hero perfectly. Join us as we compare the contrast, the 12 steps of the hero's monolith with Jon Snow's story. We're going to be focusing on Jon Snow. So this one will be Sunday at 3 p.m. till 3:50 p.m. and in the South Rose Cumberland Hall. We're going to be recording this one. I'll be recording this panel for you guys for sure. So that'll be a really fun one. Hype and love, people. That'll be our last panel on Sunday. Tommy Dune will be at the same time, the weapons master in the main ballroom. He's made a bunch of the weapons, remembering Ned Stark and Tyrion the Grey, talking about how Tyrion's a great character. And then Change or Die, character growth under imprisonment, so like Reek and other characters. At 4 p.m., there will be the History of Westeros live podcast on the main stage, A Desk of Ice and Fire, the strange relationship between Game of Thrones and academia, mythological and mythical astronomy and symbolism. This one's going to be actually one of the last panels. I think it's Lucifer means Lightbringer. And yeah, he's just going to be talking about fractal symbolism, mythical parallels, and literal alchemy going on within the Song of Ice and Fire and the Game of Thrones. So that's going to be sweet. And then what's the other last panel? Surveying the Realm. Let's check this out. And this one's going to be Patron Chris Wright. What do fans think of the show's plot, characters, and themes? Take a survey. Oh, so you can take a survey here. And it's live. So that's cool. There's a bunch of different formats. So that's some of the stuff that's going on with Con of Thrones, everyone. That's the schedule anyways. And so we got 4 panels, maybe 5. I might be able to do the YouTube meet and greet. I haven't checked what my schedule with the interviews will be yet. Like I said, it is a priority that I do get some interviews for you guys. You know, I really want to get James Cosmo. Of course, I want to get the Lord Commander J.R. Mormon. I do want to get an interview with Gendry with you guys. I believe we have access to all of them. The only person we didn't have access to last year was Iwan Rayon, who played Ramsay Bolton. So we will see about that. And like I said, I'm going to try to film as much as I can for you guys at Con of Thrones. Raised to Alba, how would you fare in a Game of Thrones spelling bee, Kyle? Well, in elementary school, no joke, I won the spelling bee in grades 6, 7, and 8. But apparently I can't speak. So I don't know if you guys want to take my word for it. But I won in grades 6, 7, and 8. And I was also undefeated in dodgeball for like 4 years. It was like crazy. But yeah, apparently you guys like me without the hat. So I decided not to rock the hat today. All right. What do you think? You guys like the hair? I'm going to get a little bit, I can get a little bit trimmed up for Con of Thrones, and I am going to trim the beard a little bit. But thanks for that super chat, Race. Really appreciate that. That first donation train of the day, my man. Really appreciate that. Like I said, we don't really know what's going on with the super chats, and I know some of you are nervous to make donations, but they are trying to get it resolved, everyone. They are trying to get it resolved, and you can still make donations. I will get it at some point. I just don't know if it will be on the next paycheck. And trust me, I need all the help I can get. Oh my God. I need all the help I can get. So, let's go down here. Talamaska says, Kyle, you look handsome, bro. Not as handsome as me, of course, but of course, good job. Okay. Navy is my color. This is black. Yeah, this is actually a black bomber jacket. So yeah, but I got the navy shirt on below. But yeah, so that's some of the stuff that's going to be going on at Con of Thrones. Those are some of the panels. Of course, I'll be doing 4 for sure, and maybe the YouTube meet and greet. And then obviously we're gonna have the interviews with some of the actors, which is going to be great. And then I'm going to try to get me and Gemma are going to record some podcasts from Con of Thrones as well. So you can expect that. We're going to do some live podcasts from our hotel room. And then we are also going to do a live stream the night before. Maybe we'll do a live stream like the day after everything is right before we're leaving too. Kind of like a wrap up for Con of Thrones. We can do that too for you guys if you guys want. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to be filming for you guys. So really excited about that, obviously. And there's still a lot more to come. Like, they haven't announced everything that's going to be going down. So really excited about that. And we have to obviously decide in some questions, like George Turner said for the interviews. We haven't decided on our questions yet because we don't know when all the interviews are. Like, we have panels and interviews, so we might not be able to get all of our interviews because we might have time conflicts. They usually don't release the that information until like right before. So has that blanket heard me roar yet? That's a secret, Jesse. You nosy Nancy. Yeah, me and Emmanuel, me and Gemma are sharing a hotel at Con of Thrones. Do you know about the parking at the con? I'm kind of nervous I won't get a parking spot. There is I mean, I believe it's extra if you're staying at the hotel. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not gonna have a car there. I mean, we could rent a car, but I think we're just gonna be so busy. I know Neil's gonna be there as well. But yeah, so there's going to be panels I'm going to film for you guys. We're obviously going to film some collaborations with other content creators for you guys. Obviously, me and Gemma are going to do some podcasts for you. We're going to do a live stream. We're going to have we're going to have a birthday party. Gemma's birthday is on the Saturday, so we're going to do a little fun there as well. And yeah, so that's we're gonna get. I'm gonna get as much footage as I can for all of you guys and gals. Like I said, you guys have been more than generous with donating and helping out with the GoFundMe. And we're at 120 patrons, and yeah, and Gemma is married, guys. People ask us all the time. Me and Gemma are just like best friends. Like, just because I'm staying with a girl in the hotel room doesn't mean we're going to be doing stuff. You know what I mean? I know people have been like joking about it and stuff, but me and Gemma are like, super professional about everything, man. Like, Gemma's my bud, so nothing's going on there. And some of you guys are like, you and Gemma would be great together. Gemma's actually married with kids, guys. Okay, I love Gemma. I love Gemma as a friend, guys. Okay, but it does get kind of awkward when you guys ask these questions. You know what I mean? But you guys know I love Gemma. I love Gemma. So, yeah, Dust on the Throne. James, also from Dust on the Throne, his birthday is on the Sunday, which is amazing. So yeah. But that's gonna be really fun too. Really excited to see James. Obviously, super nice guy. Excited to see George. Obviously, we're gonna go see a movie. We're gonna go see Solo on opening night. The Solo movie. The night before Con of Thrones, because it opens up the day before Con of Thrones. So we're really excited about that. So really, that's going to be exciting. And the movie theaters apparently in the US, you can like order drinks and like burgers and stuff there. Like, here you can only order popcorn. So I guess there's like special movie theaters that you can go to that are like super hooked up. Like, I've never been to a theater like that where you can like order chicken wings or like a glass of wine or something like that. Like, I've never got the ability to do that. We like get popcorn and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm cosplaying yet. I haven't decided if I'm cosplaying yet. We do have a rooftop hotel. We do have a rooftop pool in the hotel, which is apparently amazing. There's like a bar there. I'm not sure if we're gonna go do that. What else? What else is going to be going on there? Obviously, we're going to be going up for dinner, so we're going to try some food in Dallas. I heard they have amazing tacos down there. I'm a huge taco lover, so I'm excited for that. Really excited for that. Trying out new food in Dallas. That's going to be pretty sweet too. We're going to go check out the JFK monument and stuff like that. I don't know too much about downtown Dallas, but we are staying near downtown Dallas, but I really haven't explored too much. There's like rooftop bars and stuff like that. There's apparently lots of great like festivals and music, which is always awesome too. I don't know if we'll be doing any of that. We're gonna be mainly hanging out with like people at the convention center. The hotel is apparently really nice, and all of that. So yeah, tacos. I have to get, like, whether it's a food truck or at a nice restaurant or at like some like authentic Mexican place, I need tacos, man. Oh, But I heard, yeah, Smokeahontas was the one that told me Dallas is the festival city, I think. Yeah, oh, and there's their comment right there. Dallas is a festival city. Okay. Moonlit Maiden. Are you single, Kyle? Yes, I am. Single by choice. I am single by choice. I was busy trying to better myself and get in shape, and I'm just happy doing that. And obviously, I'm pretty busy with the channel, so for me to kind of change my schedule, it will require, I don't know, man. It would be pretty tough. But I'm really happy right now, which is like the main thing, right? People always ask me, Kyle, are you single? You have a girlfriend? No, I'm just happy. I'm happy being single right now, honestly. So Jesse knows he's waiting for me, guys. Do you guys honestly fight over me in the chat? I love this. It's hilarious. John St. Baptiste says, check out the Magic Time Machine. Awesome restaurant. Yeah. Well, I'm finally feeling healthy, right? Like I had a back injury for 3 years, and that was like I couldn't do anything. And like I've always been an athlete and been able to work out, and I'm finally able to like hit the gym and stuff again. You know what I mean? With that hair, you'd get any Brienne. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm 31. I'm still young. Like I want to travel and do that, and like being not I don't want to say tied down, because but I don't believe in like, I don't know, like I feel like you gotta be the best you before you can truly like settle down or anything like that. And I don't really believe in like settling down. I don't believe in settling. You know what I mean? I don't like the word settling. I don't know. I don't believe in settling. Laura D says, I have a daughter, Kyle, for a fair price. Are people auctioning off their daughters in the chat? Wow, that's wild. Yeah, relationship takes time and effort, of course. It takes, I mean, obviously I have to have time, and you gotta be able to dedicate your time to someone and make sure that you're giving them attention and stuff like that. Today, no reason to get married until 60. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Like, listen, I'm just taking my time. I've been healthy for like 2 months. You know what I mean? So I'm taking it one step at a time here. I'm trying not to complicate things, but I've been on dates and stuff, like fun dates and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I don't, but like I said, I'm happy. So yeah, but Con of Thrones, everyone, really, really excited. 23 days until Con of Thrones. I'll show you where we're at for the GoFundMe, guys. We are at 23 days until Con of Thrones. We are at 19. We are actually $500 away from our goal of $2,500 Canadian, which is amazing, guys. So even if we don't get there, wow, like you guys have been absolutely amazing. And we're at 120 patrons. I think we only got what. I think we actually stayed at 120. We're at 120 patrons last month. So Patreon slowed down a little bit. That's totally okay. And we're still doing awesome. So I'm really, really happy with all the progress. I think we should be good for funding for Con of Thrones. Like you guys have been super generous. But yeah, if you still do want to help, like I'm not gonna say no. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't want to have to sell my body, even though apparently I could. People are auctioning on themselves, their daughters off in the chat and stuff. Kidding. But yeah, but if you do still want to help, I'm going to keep the GoFundMe until that weekend, because I know some people have said I want to make last minute donations or whatever while you're at the con. I'll keep it open. Like I said, if you guys truly want to do that, that's totally cool. If you don't, not a big issue. Patreon is down in the description of this video. And like I said, the super chat's working kind of weird right now, guys. So I did put PayPal down there if you guys do want to help out. Now, do we want to talk a little bit about Game of Thrones Season 8? We've talked about Con of Thrones. Did anybody have any questions about Con of Thrones before we move on to the next subject on the live stream? Just let me know, and then we can always talk about Game of Thrones Season 8, because it does say Game of Thrones Season 8 Q&A as well. In the description of the video. Can we pay the iron price for your body? Wow. I love it. Yep, the link to the GoFundMe is I think Amy just posted it. 1 second, guys. Let me get it. It's in the description of this video. Here, guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this so I can show all you guys. Make it easier for you. One sec. Let's do this. Let's screen cap it so I can show you where it is. I'm gonna share the screen. If you go down in the description of this video, you can see support me on Patreon. We're gonna open that up. Then we have the link to the GoFundMe, and then I have my PayPal email here. Also, we will have our own booth at Con of Thrones, and we will be selling Azora Hype merch and other t-shirts. Blaze Manga will be selling their art there as well. So that's going to be really awesome. You can see Patreon right here, guys. Azora Hype at Patreon, and there's like a $1 pledge, $2 pledge, $5 pledge, a bunch of different pledges, and you pledge that per month, and then you get rewards. And here's the GoFundMe, where you can donate, and some people are anonymous, some people aren't, and you can make a donation to the Hype Con of Thrones GoFundMe. And then we have our online Azora Hype store, and this is what we're going to have. I'm going to have some of this stuff at Con of Thrones, mainly just t-shirts because it's super expensive to do anything else. But we're going to have, you know, the new Azora Hype t-shirts and stuff like that. We're going to have some of that stuff at Con of Thrones, everyone. So if you do, there'll be pretty good deals, you know. I'm probably not going to bring a ton of stuff because I don't want to buy too much and then screw myself over money-wise, but this is some of the stuff that you can kind of see in the description of this video. And all you can find all the links in the description of this video, everyone. If you want to reach out to me on Twitter as well, Instagram, all that stuff is there. So there we go. All right. So yeah, and for like here, I can show that again. 1 second. I did a bunch of options for the girls. There's more shirts for girls than guys because guys just rock regular tees, right? There's Hype and Love pillows and Azora Hype pillows. You can get some. There's mugs. And there's all sorts of different colors too. So let's go check this out. This is a tank top for girls, and you can go see. You can see all sorts of different colors. It's red here, but you can get like navy, black, and for each shirt, there's different colors and stuff like that. Just in case any of you are interested. Anyways, let's get to Game of Thrones Season 8 chat, everyone. Let's get your questions in. I want to have a little bit more of a discussion about Game of Thrones Season 8. Do we want to talk about any specific characters? Is there anyone we really want to talk about today? Yeah, I'm really open. Let's just hang out and chat. Let's get hype. How about that? See what kind of questions we get in chat. Yeah, shipping to the Philippines would probably be quite a lot. I don't know exactly. I can check that out for you, Moonlit. If you message me, maybe I can help you out with that. Chris Weinberger, Azora Hype Q&A. A lot of people think that Janny will be Jon Nissa, but do you think it could be the other way around? That would certainly be interesting. I think that you know, there's a couple of promotional pictures that were early on in the Game of Thrones production where Daenerys and where Emilia Clarke and Kit Harington were having fun in a photo shoot, and where Daenerys has a sword at Kit Harington's throat. So it certainly could be a scenario like that where Daenerys has to sacrifice Jon, and Daenerys really is Azor Ahai. So yeah, I think it could happen, Chris. Storm said the black tea with the logo is sweet. Yeah, I love black teas. And like I said, there's red teas, there's black teas, there's heather gray teas, white teas, a bunch of different options. Jacob, is Howland Reed going to show up? Definitely in the books. In the show, I'm not so sure. Misty says, what's your opinion about Fire and Blood? I'll read it, but I'm way, you know, I really want Winds of Winter. So I'm a little bit disappointed that we won't get Winds of Winter this year, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not going to hate on George. I saw some pretty nasty messages towards George. I'm not going to do anything like that. You know what I mean? When it comes out, it comes out. At this point, I expected it not to come out this year. So, yeah. Hype and love from Steph Snow in the chat. John St. Baptiste, will Mel have another shadow baby? Ooh. No, I think that she's going to have an interesting role to play. Maybe she will revive some people, like mass. Because the Night King can, you know, revive people, like mass revive people, right? Like a necromancer. So maybe she can do that. Maybe she can, like, revive a bunch of people that way. because the ruler is supposed to be like life, and then we got like the Night King is like death, you know. So maybe they will go have some revivals. I love fancy dinner parties. George Turner, do you and Gemma really disagree about any predictions on plot characters? Oh yeah, all the time. Oh yeah, all the time. We disagree on Arya for sure. She thinks Arya is gonna die, and I don't think she is. Stuff like that. So I don't know. Like there's definitely disagreements. We agree on. Do we agree on Jon Snow? I can't remember if we agree on Jon Snow. We agree that he's the best candidate for ruling in the end. Have I tried playing Crusader Kings? I have not, Moonlit Maiden, but I do watch Aziz sometimes play on his channel. I haven't had time to play video games in so long. I had to put down The Witcher 3 and I haven't even finished it yet. I haven't played video games in like months, maybe like 4 or 5 months. I don't think there's a falling out. I don't think there's a falling out between George and Dan and Dave. I think that they have an agreement, and George will release the books after the show is done. I don't think there's a falling out. Amy True, I absolutely cannot wait for Fire and Blood. Some Targaryen. I know you're all about the Targaryen histories. Yep. We get a flashback of Prime Bobby B smashing fools in the Trident. Now, I don't know if we're going to get that. If we're going to get Rhaegar and Robert battling on the Trident. I think it would be sweet, though. I'd love to see it. Yeah, I don't have time for Crusaders Kings, unfortunately. It's a game that you like. It's strategic, like it's got RPG elements and stuff like that. I just don't have time right now. Crown of Thrones, making videos, and then like interacting with you guys is my life, other than working out and eating and sleeping. That's it. I don't have time for anything else. I would love to get God of War. That's Crown of Thrones is in 3 weeks, everyone. I don't have time for God of War right now. The third big twist. I think Daenerys dying. I think Daenerys dying in some sort of incredible way is the third big twist. Something like that. Or it has something to do with time and the Night King. The Night King being revealed to be in connection with Bran. Something like that. Winds of Winter could be done. I don't know, though. Fire and Blood is how many pages? Like, George might really not be done. Will Sansa learn to fight, or does she need to be protected? She's not a fighter. She's a survivor. The other two twists were Shireen's burning and Hodor hold the door. So I don't know what the other twist will be, but it's going to be super impactful. I didn't get the salmon recipe you sent me, Lady Shar. Which email did you send it to? Let me know. Thought the dragon dying was the third big twist. It's not me, Ice and Fire. The third big twist is in season 8. I don't know. Sansa could fight. I mean, Jon said that everybody did need to be prepared to do battle. So we'll see. I'm putting on the hat now. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why. I just love a fitted hat. The red wedding. I don't think there's going to be like another red wedding scenario, though. I don't think that's going to happen. Well, I mean, there's going to be another hard home type scenario, like, which is worse. On Twitter? You know what? Honestly, I wish I could be better with interacting right now. Like I said, I've been so busy. I haven't even been able to reply to all the comments in the comment section on Twitter, and like, oh, yeah, it's been a whirlwind lately. It's been a whirlwind lately. So my bad for missing that, Shar. Sorry about that. Dan, Sansa is gonna do wonderful things. She is truly. 7 Valyrian steel swords are gathering in the north. Okay, I know you said that one before, Misty. That's interesting. Yeah, there's going to be lots of hard home time moments in season 8. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Winterfell is going to be one of them. Winterfell's in a tough position. Sansa will take out Cersei. That'd be interesting. That'd be a big twist. Hashtag no hat. All right. I'll take it back off. The ladies have spoken. Hashtag no hat. I keep on playing with my hair. It's actually so soft right now. Oh yeah. I do got the golden hair. The Crypt Dreams. The big twist, Jon and Dany's firstborn are like twins like Jaime and Cersei, but minus the incest and fire. I sure hope so. Been a lot of incest going on. Ugh. Sansa is Azor Ahai Talmascadan. Hashtag. Amy True. Euron just doesn't do it. Yeah, he's a big disappointment in the show for me. I don't think he's going to do crazy shit like he's going to do in the books. Like, Euron is going to try to become a god in the books. I just don't see it happening in the show. I mean, there could be like if the Dragonbinder was in the show, it would just complicate things, and like they would have to do like this whole like maneuvering and stuff like that. It's like we kind of know which points are going to happen, like where things are going to happen, right? The Night King is the big reveal / twist. I mean, who he is? What's the big twist then, though? I think that's the big twist. Is with the Night King probably has to do with the White Walkers, right? It's going to be something that's really sad, though. It's either something to do with Daenerys, maybe Jaime, Daenerys, Jon, Jaime, or Cersei. It has to do with one of those characters. I actually look decent in a suit / tuxedo. I can do this up, and you can kind of get like an idea of what I look all like if I had like a jacket. You know what I mean? So I had like if I did it up like, I don't know. I do look okay in a suit and some dress shirts. Like I'm very pale, so like white shirts I just don't do. Kings of Winter would be a cool twist. Okay. Not like Waking from the Crypts of Winterfell. I don't know if that would be the third twist, though. I think it has to be. So think about this. Shireen's burning and Hodor were super sad moments, right? And those were both twists. So it's going to be a sad moment. Arya dying would be a big one, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get my hair like I'm gonna get it more blended and trimmed a little bit, and so I can actually style it. And it's just like getting like it gets super curly and like floppy. And Howland Reed is the prisoner of the Night King. That'd be interesting. I don't know if that's the twist though. I am above the wall. Yes. Could you exchange the hat for a tinfoil one? Crazy. I think Jaime is going to blow himself up with wildfire and blow up like half the army of the dead. That's a big twist, I think. I think that Jaime's going to sacrifice himself, killing the army of the dead. I think that's going to happen. That's going to be a big twist. Jaime's going to make he's going to do the exact thing he tried to prevent. But it's going to be for the greater good because they need to get rid of all the whites and stuff. And I think that wildfire is going to be revealed to have a big impact on the White Walkers and the whites. Arya might take out Cersei. Yeah, that would be nuts. Jaime Sam will come again. Slash Snow, you're a stylist. Hit me up. I did get some nice shades. These are only $20, but I did get some nice shades for Con of Thrones. It's going to be warm down in Texas. But yeah, no more outfits. I can't spend any money on outfits for down there. Hotel, flights, that's it. Food. The Night King is actually a good guy. Yeah, the Night King is actually not a good guy. I don't think the Night King's a good guy at all. I mean, he's definitely misunderstood in some way, but I don't think he's a good guy. Jaime's hand will come back? I don't know about that. I don't think Jamie's hand will come back. Like, I mean, so his purpose in the bigger picture, like he will inspire change because they're gonna have to get together to defeat what he's doing. You know what I mean? So essentially, he will have inspired change, right? Grayscale breakout in Westeros, maybe in the books. I don't in the show they don't have time for it. I don't think so, Neil. In the books, maybe though. The Night King is an emo kid. The Night King just wants to get south for a vacation. I don't see that at all. Tyrion will betray Dany. I don't see that, Sherry, at all. Oh man, the prince that wasn't promised, man. Dude, you didn't have to do that, man. I really appreciate that. Everybody in the chat, donation train hype, man, for the prince that wasn't promised. Okay, we gotta put the prince that wasn't promised on the wall of hype, everyone. We gotta adjust this. And you guys want some twerking anyways. I'm not gonna twerk, I'll show you my booty though. One sec. We gotta adjust this, man. We gotta adjust this. I'm gonna make 2 slots for you here, man. Prince. Oh, damn it. This one sucks. Let me use this one. Prince. Damn it. I can't spell. Ah! That wasn't promised. All right, man. Wall of hype, my dude. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. All right. We got more members on the wall of hype, man. Everybody show some love to Prince in the chat, my man. Yes. All right. We really appreciate that, Prince. Super chat. Hype. Twist. Michael Palmer. The Night King is only searching for his lost kitten. Is it Sir Pounce? Hidden theory. Sir Pounce is Azor Ahai. Yeah, Storm's End. I hope you get the money, Kyle. Yeah, we will see, man. YouTube better come through, man. Ugh. Yeah, YouTube. Don't screw around, YouTube. We don't need any more stress, man, on this side. Yeah, that isn't a spelling bee. That is a writing bee. And I apparently can't write or speak. So yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing about this trip. Like, I'm really, really excited, but I have to convert all my Canadian money into American money. And it's like, ugh. It's a sharp knife in the butt. But it works. It works. I'll take whatever, man. I'll take a penny. I'll take 10 cents, man. Good luck. The train reaches the station. Hell yeah. Chrissy of Oldstone. What's going on? Yeah, I know they're an American. That's what they're talking about in the chat. They're saying that $40 American is like $4,000 Canadian. I think it would work out. I think it's like, because our dollar it's like 72 cents in the dollar or something like that. So we lose at like 28 cents per dollar, something like that. So every $4 is an extra dollar, something like that, or a little bit more. But yeah, but it's okay. I will sell my body and we will get there. The exchange is in our favor now. Varys, yeah, Varys is going to have an interesting, in the show, his role is definitely downplayed because in the books, we obviously got Aegon, right? Fagon, who I believe to be, and many people believe to be a Blackfire and possibly the son of Illyrio and Varys' sister, Sarah. But yeah, I think that it's going to be interesting. In the show, I think he's going to die somehow with magic. He might get sacrificed. He might get sacrificed by Mel. Imagine that. That could be a crazy scenario. Open up a PO box. Message me, Muse. I do have a PO box or / mailbox where you guys can send stuff if you want. Like people have sent me Funko Pops and stuff like that in the mail. So I love Varys in the show. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Varys in the show. I think they downplayed his role a lot. Like I said, we don't have Aegon in the show, right? There's not a Blackfire thing going on, and I think that Aegon's going to get killed by Daenerys. There's going to be a Dance with Dragons 2.0, but I don't know. Does he get the Iron Throne in the books? I'm not so sure. I don't think he's going to make it far enough. You know what, man? I don't even go to Tim Hortons, man. They like their quality has went right into the toilet for me, man. I don't go there anymore, and they treat their employees like crap. So I've completely boycotted Tim Hortons, man. Honestly, I because of the raising of minimum wage, they've cut like paid breaks for people and stuff there, and it doesn't matter. It's people work really, really hard, no matter that kind of job is not rewarding. You know what I mean? So for them to do that, I boycott Tim Hortons, man. I don't go there. Send you biscotti because I'm Italian like that. Actually, my hometown is like 30 or 40% Italian. We have great delis. We have like great Italian supermarkets. We have great Italian food here. I love biscotti, by the way, but I'm on a diet though. So oh yeah, the American dollar has been worth more than the Canadian dollar for years and years and years. They should have they call it Montreal a real party city. Yeah, I would love it to be in Montreal, man. That would be amazing. Mama Ogre, do you recon the end game is going to be at the God's Eye? It's possible. I mean, there's a bunch of weirwoods there, and we got to know more about the backstory of the Children of the Forest and the Night King and stuff like that, right? Like the pact was made at the God's Eye. So do we get to see that? That could be something that we get to check out in Game of Thrones season 8. Sorry, guys. I got a bit of a scratchy throat today. I spent 30 minutes of explaining the theories of who Azor Ahai is to a friend. He was very confused. You've messed with my head, Kyle. I'm very sorry, George. Jude Scaglione, $10 donation. Thank you so much. She says, if you want to put a name on the wall, please put someone who contributes their ideas, theories. I don't need my name up there. You know, I don't know who we should put. You know what? Let's put a couple of people up there. How about that? I'm going to put Neil. Neil is awesome. From the chat, we have a ton of really awesome people. Is Chrissy? Chrissy's already on the wall. We'll put Neil. We're going to put Mama Ogre and Neil on there right now. Let's put Mama, Steph. Let's put Mama, Steph, and Neil on there. Let's do that right now. Let's just add 3 people to the wall of hype. Let's just do it. Mama, Steph, and Neil, man. Mama for Mama Ogre. There's Neil, my man Neil, who I'm going to see at Con of Thrones. Neil. And Steph Snow. There we go. 3 new members to the wall of hype because of Jude. Let's get it. Let's get hype, everyone. So we got 3 new members on the wall of hype. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got to get that hype. Let's do it. Let's do a little up here. You guys don't need my crotch shot. Where's Papa Ogre? Yeah. You know, like I said, guys, I switch up the names like every time, a new time we do a live stream. I wipe off names and I put new names. And then, you know, some people have been on the wall 2, 3 times. Some people have been on the wall 5 times. Some people have been on the wall once. We switch them out all the time. You were on there before, Muse. You were on there twice. Like I said, I switch people in and out. You know what? Chrissy of Oldstone says, take my name off and put someone else on there. Is Laura D on there yet? We're going to put Laura D on there. Is Telemaska Dan on there? We're going to put Dan Loves Sansa on there. So Dan Loves Sansa, and we're going to put Laura D on there too. We're going to put Laura D, because Chrissy is on there, and Dan Loves Sansa. Because Telemaska Dan loves Sansa. Dan loves Sansa. And Laura D. Let's get on that wall of hype. Hell yeah. All right. Sorry, Dan. I have to troll you every time, my man. Oh, you're already on, Laura D. Laura D's already on twice. We got to put someone else on there. Who else we got? You know, Michael Smith from Australia. We got to put Michael Smith on. We're going to, because Laura's on there twice. Michael Smith from Australia. I'm telling you, it's a workout to erase these names. Michael S. from Australia. There we go, mate. Hell yeah. Dan is pissed that his Dan loves Sansa. Hey, Melissa, do we got another patron? Hell yeah, Melissa B. You know, we're going full hype. We're gonna keep on putting people on the wall of hype right now. You know what? That's it. We're gonna fill up the wall of hype right now. Melissa B. or Melissa Bowerman just pledged $3 on Patreon, so we're gonna put her up. Right meow. Right meow. Let's do that. Melissa B's going on the wall of hype over here. God damn it! Don't piss me off, thing. Melissa B. Who else do we want to put on there? Who else do we want to put on the wall of hype? Let's put on some more people, man. Amy's still up there. She wants her name off. Is Amy still up there? Amy's still on there. We'll put Kevin on there for Amy. Kevin. Who else is getting on there? Moonlit Maiden? Is Moonlit on there? Let's put Moonlit on there. Moonlit. Who else is here? We're filling the wall of hype right now. We're just going off. LML. Where's LML? We're going to put a special spot for LML right over here. L. M. L. LML is on the wall of hype. Who else is getting on the wall of hype? We're getting, guys, we're the Legion of Hype. The Hype Bringers are in the chat. We got an extra patron night today. Linbug, you're going on the wall of hype. Lynn. We got Lynn on the wall of hype. Who else are we gonna get on? I'm gonna get more people on there, man. Majestic loves Sansa. She's going on the wall. Majestic loves Sansa. She's going on the wall, and that's filling our wall of hype, everyone. Hell yeah. Whew. But this is a different type of wall. It's not a hateful type of wall, right? It's a lovey type of wall, right? It's not like one of those, oh, we're going to build the wall here so you can't get in here. You know what I mean? Yeah, LML, you just missed it. We were previewing all the panels at Call of Thrones. We took a look at a bunch of them. We are actually talking about your nature panel, which we're really excited for. And yeah, let's see who else is all in the chat. Got Lucifer means Lightbringer. So people, what do we think is like the worst theory for Game of Thrones season 8? Like, what is the worst theory that you've heard? I think I don't want to say it's the worst theory, but like Ned Stark is actually alive in Game of Thrones season 8. Like he can't come back and like fully alive, right? I mean, maybe we can see him in spirit form or in a flashback or something like that, but I just can't see Ned coming back to life. Come on, man. Nan, the storyteller. Sansa is. Are you the one that came up with Sansa as Rhaegar Moonlit? Because that's a really bad theory. That's just like horribly bad. Bran is the Night King? A lot of people really like that theory. A lot of people really like the Bran is the Night King theory. I don't personally like it. And by the way, we did decide on Patreon the other day that everybody that subscribes to the channel, likes a video, or is part of the Hype and Love family is called the Legion of Hype. Then anybody that joins on Patreon is a patron knight. And then everybody that's in the live chat are the Hype Bringers. So yeah, we decided on new nicknames for everything, which is pretty sweet. Okay, Lucifer means Lightbringer has a great question. What's the best ending that anyone can think of? That's a harder question. Are we talking like happiest ending, Dave? Or are we talking like, or like the best possible ending, like the most epic? That's what I want to know. Are we talking like most epic, most crazy ending, like the best possible ending, like the best possible outcome, like positively, like, you know, character surviving, anything? Ooh, I think I don't know, like I don't want to say my prediction is the best possible prediction, but I think it's going to end with the Bran is going to enter the mind. He's going to skin change or warg the Night King, right? And his body's going to be dead. We're going to think that Bran is dead, but it's going to be the very last shot of the series, and Winterfell is being rebuilt, okay? Winterfell is being rebuilt, and Sansa is super happy. Sorry, Talamasca Dan. Jon Snow is there in the north with Daenerys, Daenerys' child. I don't know if Daenerys survives at this point. But Bran, the last shot is we see a raven on a tree, and Jon is cleaning his sword. Okay, he's cleaning his sword, and he's looking at Winterfell being rebuilt, and the raven goes, "Gah!" And we think it's Bran. I think that would be a sweet ending. What about that? Wouldn't that be a cool ending? Because it's kind of ambiguous. You know what I mean? Sorry, guys. I'm getting a bit of I think it actually might be allergies. So I don't know. I think it has to do with Winterfell, though, man. I think the last scene has like some sort of happiness at Winterfell. Oh, Lucifer means Lightbringer says Dan is lucky to be Sansa's stable boy. Are you gonna take that, Dan? That is the straight up like that is like mountain murdering Oberyn in the chat, man. Oh, poor Talamasca Dan, man. Oh. Ah. Oh. Talamasca Dan must be getting triggered, dude. Baby Sam kills the Night King? That's the best ending? I don't know about that. Democratic Republic of Westeros. Yeah. I've talked about this, like the Knights of the Round Table, the Seven. You know, like, you know, Samwell, Tyrion, Jon Snow, you know, like a Theon or Brienne of Tarth, those type of people are at the end and they're rebuilt, like, making a plan to how do we go forward, Euron becomes king of the Seven Kingdoms. That is a truly, truly something to be scared about if that happens. Lucifer means Lightbringer wants more zombies. Moonlit Maiden thinks of the Koreans can unite, so can Westeros. Hey, anything is possible. I personally think that's awesome, but we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. I really hope they keep their ends of the bargain. You know what I mean? People have suffered over there, man. It's crazy. Like, don't they not have access to internet, like in North Korea and stuff like that? There's some really crazy rules. Even though they've made an agreement, there's people are like oppressed there. Euron is my nightmare as well. The HP Lovecraftian stuff that's going on there. Ugh. Sweet Robin saves the day. I do not think that's the best ending, though. You really think that? Yeah, I think Emmanuel probably has it on the dot. John and Dany share the throne and raise their child together. Actually, I disagree. I would prefer to see the Iron Throne melted down like the One True Ring in Lord of the Rings, and then we have the separate kingdoms like East, West, North, South, something like that. Best possible ending, though. I just want to see like some happiness again, like a big party or something. I don't know. I don't think we'll get that, but I don't know. I just want to see like everybody sitting down and relaxing and enjoying life for once. You know what I mean? Because people really aren't enjoying life that much in Westeros, man. Really aren't. Think about it. You think people are enjoying life in Westeros? I don't know. I think it's pretty hard to stay alive there. Ghost rides a okay, guys, we have a winner. Ding 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 ding. And the winner is John Batiste. Ghost rides a dragon. And you were getting made a moderator for that comment. That's my favorite comment of all time. Ghost riding a dragon is the best possible outcome. Everybody. I can't even speak today. What's wrong with me? I haven't even smoked or had any drinks. Ghost riding Drogon or a dragon is the best possible outcome that we can find in a Game of Thrones. I don't even think I can say anything else in this live stream that would be like more than entertaining than that. I think I should just end the live stream right now because that is the best possible thing that can happen at the end of a Game of Thrones. Prince, you're also a moderator. I'm gonna make a Lucifer one too. I'm going on a moderator spree right now. So okay, I got one more question for chat, and then that chicken is smelling way too good, guys. Like, I got cherry tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, red wine vinegar, some onions in there, and it's like this intoxicating me right now. Pop a tab for Ghost Riding a Dragon. Okay, I got one question for everyone. Who will have the funniest line in Game of Thrones Season 8? Who will have the funniest moment in Game of Thrones Season 8? I'm genuinely intrigued to see what your answers are. Is it going to be Sandor? Is it going to be Bronn, Tyrion? There's some pretty funny characters in the Game of Thrones. I really would like to see who you guys think would have the funniest moment. I really can't speak today, guys. I'm just like, Bronn. It's going to be Bronn. Dario riding a dragon. Okay, we're not talking about that kind of riding, everyone. Keep it PG in the chat. Sansa croquets. Sansa crochets the Night King into a cocoon with his own ice spider webbing. Wow. That is a truly unique scenario that I have not seen come up with. Whew. So Sandor, Bronn, Sandor, Hodor. I don't know. That's that. Ghost riding a dragon, but this is also a great ending. Lucifer means Lightbringer. Sansa crochets the Night King into a cocoon with his own ice spider webbing. Which one do you think is better? Let's have a vote. Sansa crochets the Night King into a cocoon, or Ghost rides a dragon. Let's have a vote in the chat. I'm really interested to see this. Sansa has straight stitches. Sansa uses old Nan's needles, which she finds in the crypts. Is that like her Lightbringer? Sansa's Lightbringer is Sansa's or old Nan's crocheting needles. All right, everyone. Funny stuff aside. Ghost Rider, hashtag Ghost Rider, hashtag Ghost Rides a Dragon, hashtag Ghost Rides Drogon is the winner for best ending. Like, we're talking like riding off into the sunset romantically, right? Like Ghost is like riding on Drogon and they're just flying into the sunset, right? Like, that's got to be the best ending. Are we all in agreement on that? All right, that's going to do it for today, everyone. We're getting a bit silly. I'm super hungry. I haven't eaten. Actually, I had a smoothie this morning. That's going to do it for today. I really appreciate all your donations, even though the whole super chat thing is going on. Like I said, I'm missing $500 of super chat from you guys from my past 4 live streams. So hopefully YouTube will get that settled. I don't know what's going on with that. You guys have donated around 100 today again. I'm hoping that it'll all get settled before May 11th, which is the final cutoff point for how much money I can make for my paycheck for May the 21st, before Con of Thrones. If you do decide you do want to help, and you know, the super chat thing is still going on. My Patreon, GoFundMe, and PayPal are in the description of this video. I know some of you have contacted me and said, hey, I want to help out with like buying you and Gemma drinks at Con of Thrones, or just helping out in general. So really appreciate all your generosity, guys. It really means a lot. And thank you so much for coming to hang out and watch the Con of Thrones preview. Obviously, that was super fun. Obviously, we got to check out some of the panels that we were going to be on, and some of the other panels at Con of Thrones, and talking about Con of Thrones. So thanks for chilling with me and doing that today, everyone. And of course, some great questions from all of you guys. And yeah, I'm going to be doing over the next couple days. I'm going to be releasing my Marvel Avengers Infinity War spoiler review. Then on Tuesday, me and Gemma are doing a full podcast on Marvel Avengers Infinity War. And I got a Gendry video that's coming out very soon for you guys, a Samwell video. And then I'm dropping my Ragnarok and the Ragnarok and Westeros and Jon Snow videos. I've been working on those. So really appreciate all of you guys coming today. And that's going to do it for me today. Hype and love, everyone. Hype bringers. Hashtag hype bringers. Really appreciate you guys. Hype and love.